Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to my booth. I'm Jay. Today, we are listening to another one of your samples. This one comes from Jordan Romero. It's a commercial demo. I absolutely love doing this. And if you would like to submit audio of your own, there's a form in the description of this video. Fill it out. Send me something. We'll put you in a video just like this one, and I'll help you out ASAP. Also, there's coaching on my website if you'd like to do this one-on-one without YouTube in the equation. There's also a couple buttons down there. You know the ones I'm talking about. If you click them, it helps us out here a fair amount, and we appreciate it. There are other ways to support the channel in the description. Check it out if you're feeling generous. That's enough. Jordan, before I say take it away, just real quick note. I turned the volume down on your demo here. Your levels were a little hot. I just wanted to say that up front in case you were listening and you were like, that's not how I engineered it. Your levels were just a little loud for me, and so I turned it down. Ta-da, go.
The deals on SeatGeek are unbelievable. Wicked deals on concerts, MLB, NBA. Dude, Mets tickets for just $20. That's it. We're going. SeatGeek, the smartest way to buy tickets.
It's a great start to a demo. High energy, really positive. I feel like it captures you and your niche. And not like this is all you can play, but I feel like this sort of ad, you just knock out of the park pretty much all. Like we could cast you in this right now. So it's a really great way to start your demo. I also like in this ad that you have sort of different textures that you've baked into it. Namely,
dude, Mets tickets for just $20. That's it. We're going.
Those are sort of three different textures. The dude, tickets for $20. We're going. Sort of three different levels. And I've said it before as sort of like splitting things into chapters, or if you can introduce new textures or movements to an ad. All of those things are just really interesting, particularly with commercial copy, where if you have the opportunity, never force it, but if you have the opportunity to introduce a new thing, do it. Try it. It might work in your favor. It might be fun. It might be interesting. And I think this is a successful example of that. I'll talk about this a bit more, but there is a smidgen of me that my hackles are raised a bit. That may be a bit dramatic to say that way, but in that I feel as though you are nailing the way that this type of ad should sound. And for me, that usually causes the hairs on the back of my neck to stand up, because often when people can nail the tones of things, or when they are nailing the tones of things, that can mean that maybe we're missing a bit more of the content of what you're saying and the heart behind it. So I just want to flag that up front. We'll listen to a few and I'll break that down further as we go.
Speed meets precision. The epic Max Star from Callaway Golf.
Okay, in that one, firstly, I love that it's a complete changing of gears. We've gone from $20, let's go, to this is the sexiest golf club that you've ever seen, and now you can be the greatest golfer who has ever lived. I also love in your engineering of this spot, buried in the music right here. It may be difficult to hear over YouTube, but there's a like echoing, reverby Callaway Golf, and I find it tickled me so much when I first heard it, and I love it. Callaway Golf. I love it. This ad is another example, I think, of playing to the tone rather than the content. Somewhat. You're nailing the way this should sound. And it's just a razor's edge to introduce the heart and the content and your connection to this thing and why that person needs to know about it. The story of this titanium golf club and how it's going to help that person. It's a really razor's edge difference that I'll try to articulate further. This next one, in fact, is a good example of you drifting more so into the content of something, and I'll pinpoint those moments.
At Vans, we have a passion for skating and creating stylish quality shoes. What started as a random doodle by Paul Doring manifested into skaters' top choice for footwear worldwide. So whether it's for skate or style, just make sure it's off the wall.
Okay, so the reason why I feel like this one is representative of you digging into the content of something in a very real, authentic way that still marries up with the tone of how this ad should sound is this whole first section before we get to the tags and the list thing is a story. And you're telling that story really darn well. The story of how this shoe came to be, it started as a sketch, and now it's become this really iconic thing that our whole community rallies behind. And you can hear that you're latching onto that story, and we can hear the pride as you being the voice of Vans in this moment. And then there's sort of a shift in this last bit because, honestly, no human being talks like that. So whether it's this or that, as long as it's off the wall, like nobody says those types of things to another human being. It's very commercially, and it sounds that way. And that's not to say that it's bad because you nail the way that it should sound, which is commercially. But the difference between you being really authentic and telling a really compelling story shifts to now we're in a commercial at the end of this. We'll listen to this last bit and just listen really critically.
What started as a random doodle by Paul Doring manifested into skaters' top choice for footwear worldwide. So whether it's for skate or style, just make sure it's off the wall.
It's somewhat hard to articulate, but it feels like a shift happens there. And again, it's not bad. It's just that if you marry the two, the tone of how it should sound and the content, the heart of everything, and you bring them together, that, dude, it's going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. Let's listen to this last one.
Look good and feel good in the 2022 Nissan Sentra with premium interior seating and design, leading technology, and top safety features. This is innovation that excites. Visit your local Nissan dealer today.
Again, the little clicks.
Visit.
Weep, weep. I just love it. Yeah, the engineering on this is really lovely, my friend. That last one is a great example of sort of the tone of the ad again. You nail the tone of the ad, but nobody talks like this in human life. We're never like,
look good and feel good in the 2022 Nissan.
Like, that's so hard to deliver authentically. The look good and feel good in this car. We would never say that to another human being. So it's challenging. And the way that the thing that helps me with ads like that to really ground them like you did in the Vans ad is to think of a person and look at the copy of the ad and sort of like draw the yarn chart like in a detective movie or something, where this person that you're telling about this car has very specific things in their life that are hitches, problems, issues, whatever you want to call them. And each individual aspect of this car is a red string of yarn going from A to B that's going to solve this person's specific problem. It's going to make their life better in this specific way. So maybe this person, you're looking at them and they just are having like a low point of self-esteem. So you can say, hey, you know what? Look good and feel good in this car over here. Marrying that with the energy that you have, the positivity that you have, and telling it to the person who needs to hear this at that point, dude, it's just going to send you over the top, I firmly believe. All right, my friend, I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, hit me up. And for everybody else, I hope this is helpful for you too. If you've got questions about this, anything else, voiceover related, otherwise, hey, I'll do my best. Drop me a line here on my website. I'm here for you. Until the next one of these, be well, everybody. Be well. Be well. Be well. And I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.